Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Just taking a little walk here. As you know, your exercise has to equal or exceed the amount of food that you put in your body, and that's what we're doing right now. So last night was a marvelous Italian dinner, and which I will be going back to again sometime. And I'm going to have to travel 2.5 hours to do it, but it certainly was worth it, definitely. You know, there's nothing like a restaurant where the food is prepared, it's homemade, family-oriented, and it's not a chain, and they source their products and all of their ingredients individually rather than just, you know, order from some giant food conglomerate kind of thing. And there's such a difference in the food. It was amazing. The pasta that I had last night was Roman carbonara. What did you have last night?
I had a Mediterranean pasta.
Oh man, it was so good. It was just out of this world, you know. But so what did we do last night? We went out to eat, and then we went to, and we walked a little bit, and then we went to.
A little pub restaurant.
Yeah.
With some live music.
Yeah.
With a fabulous musician from Key West, Florida.
Yes, Jeff Clark, right? Yeah. And what's interesting is, you know, well, we went from sitting, did a little bit of walking. We'll stop here because traffic, and then a little more sitting for the rest of the evening, and then we came back and did a little Instagram live broadcast, and then this morning, breakfast, church, out for a nice lunch. But like I said, the exercise, the movement after has to equal or exceed the amount of calories that you put into your body. So like everybody feels better if you take like a little walk after you eat, because like what's the first reaction after you eat? You want to like
lay down and go to sleep.
Lay down and go to sleep, like nap
time.
Exactly. But every time you defeat that little urge to want to nap, what happens is you come back from your walk and you're kind of glad that you didn't take a nap. And if you're going to be tired from something, let you be tired from exercise as opposed to, you know, filling up your belly. So, but we made good choices today, right?
Yes,
I mean,
did.
as far as food is concerned. Yeah. And last night, so we're doing a little walk here in central Pennsylvania. A mostly cloudy day. There's some blue sky. A little kind of humid.
There's a little humidity
A little
in the air.
humid, yeah. Are you overdressed? Are you getting hot?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
When the sun's out, I'm hot.
Yeah.
When the sun goes back in, then I'm okay.
But you're hot anyways, sun or no sun. It's just my personal opinion. My personal opinion. So how far are we walking today? What's the...
I'm not sure, to be quite honest. A couple miles, I guess, till it's all said and done.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over the bridge into Milton and go into the Milton State Park.
Step over here. Yeah, right now we're walking along the Susquehanna River, which is a very long river, and it does eventually empty out into the Chesapeake area down in Maryland. So, and I'm appreciating and enjoying the properties across from the shores of the river, of the Gitche Gumee here. And so it's kind of fun. Some people have like little docks with jet skis and that kind of stuff. There's no walking path, so we're just constantly stepping over, letting traffic.
We'll be on a walking path shortly.
Oh, good. We don't want to get hit, but there's people driving on this road. See this road here? There's people tooling down this road. I swear, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Minimum 80 miles an hour. It's crazy. All right, so lesson for the day. Our little walk. What is this, Rooney's Pub?
Just opened up.
Well, son of a gun. Here I am walking trying to get healthier, and I'm like, look, a pub. Look, a shiny object with foam in a glass.
Yeah, they just opened a week or two ago.
Would you say it's on the redneck scale?
No
Redneck being like
Yeah, I have
camo
no
hat,
idea.
flannel shirt. What would you say? What kind of pub is it?
Yeah, because I don't know who bought it.
Okay.
I have no clue.
All right.
Looking at the cars, doesn't look total redneck.
Yeah, not a lot of pickup trucks. Nothing against pickup trucks,
No.
because my favorite vehicle was a pickup truck.
Not a lot of camo pickup trucks, such as race that.
Not a lot of gun racks in the back.
Or Confederate flags hanging from the window.
Okay, right. Not that there's anything wrong with it. No, only kidding. Well, sunshine. This is fantastic. Wow. I'm digging the sunshine. All right, so the topic for today is... I didn't think about this. I'm making this up right now as we're talking. Can men and women be friends? Is that a good topic?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about that. And of course, there have been some great movies made about that. When Harry Met Sally, with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Classic, can men and women be friends? What are your thoughts? Thank you for yanking me out of traffic. See that? That's a true friend will yank you out of traffic. Let's talk. What are your thoughts on how men and women can be friends?
I very much think that men and women can be friends. I think there's definitely components between a male and female that we need and feed off each other. So there's positive to that.
Complementary things?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nurturing versus stronger upper body.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Now, my natural instinct as a man, like here we are walking on a road. Let me take a look. Now we're on a sidewalk, there's a road. My natural instinct is to always put the woman on the inside and
It's how it should be.
and put myself into danger, but I don't mind. That's just how I was raised. Do you appreciate that? Is that something?
I absolutely appreciate that. And
All right.
I kind of get irritated at men that don't do that.
Okay. So, and I just do that naturally. I mean,
That's the old-fashioned Italian.
I think so. I think it is. I mean, I run ahead to open up a door. When I see Jody going to take her jacket off, I immediately reach to help her take her coat off or help her put it on.
This is true.
Look at this.
Here's the Susquehanna River behind me. We're looking at it this way, going northbound right there.
And then
we have southbound this way.
looks like a train trestle in the back there. Now, is that like a little falls or some kind of little thing right there? You can see that, yeah. Kind of like where is it? Okay, right there.
Just walks along the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes then when you're in a kayak, which is very popular here.
Yeah,
you
kayaking.
gotta be careful of that.
You could end up really wet.
So as George was saying, how he protects women by standing on the outer side of the roadway or going to help with a car door or coat. When George woke up this morning and came down, I immediately got his cup of coffee and asked what he wanted for breakfast and made him breakfast as my guest in my home.
I love that. I mean, and to me, what's interesting is a lot of people, here's my take on that, is that if people, guys will act differently in a romantic relationship as opposed to a friendship, but I think my opinion is there are universal behaviors, and in the whole blurring of gender and gender bending bullshit in the world today, a lot of traffic out here. with all the blurring of lines, I do believe, like, first, any woman that's offended by a man opening up a door, guys, you don't want to be near her, because she doesn't enjoy you being a man. You like a man to be a man, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and I like being a man. I don't want to be a woman. I want to be a man. So, for me, I think, like, for instance, if people who are outsiders looked at my relationship with Jody, who we've been friends with for over 30 years, I'm protective of her. She'll scoot me off the road if traffic is coming. I'll do the same. Are we going down there?
Yep.
Okay. I am a gentleman as much as I possibly can be or am allowed to be. And I'll tell you what, it's nice to be with a woman who likes a man and likes a man to be a gentleman. That's, you know, 2 thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
So, but outsiders looking in, there's such a thing as friendly affection. I mean, I can I can, you know, walk with my arm around her. We've gone to movies and been close together physically and you know, she's making me coffee in the morning and I feel protective of her while we're out and about. And I think that's what I would call universal gentleman's behavior. And I know I have a lot of young men watching. And the difference between someone going for it, a man going for it, you know what I mean? Like making a move on it, being aggressive. There's a difference, and the woman knows the difference. A woman knows when a man is a gentleman and when a man is being a gentleman as a reason to get something. Yeah, exactly.
Get a little something, something.
A little something, something. Exactly. So I enjoy being a gentleman with ladies. That's something I enjoy doing. I used to say I'm a man's man, but not a ladies' man, if that makes any sense to people. A man's man is protective. He's a good provider. Whereas the ladies' man is out for himself. A man's man is out for the safety and welfare of the female. The ladies' man is out for himself and what he can get. And I think there's a big difference, and those lines have been blurred in society today. And I love the idea of men getting back to being men. Guys, it's okay to hold the chair for a lady. Do you like that? If a guy holds a chair for you,
yes, I do.
Takes your coat. You know, like in the wild, you know how like monkeys groom one another? Like today in church, you like picked something off my sock. I mean, I'm like...
It was a long hair.
It was a long hair. It was like on my sock. Like, you know. So people that genuinely have care and concern for one another take care of one another. You know, you're going out somewhere and someone's got a piece of lint. It doesn't mean you're in love. It could mean you're in love because you do that out of love. But it's also care and concern and respect for the other. Do you feel respected by me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want... What if she said no? Now that would suck before like thousands of people. Do you have like an internal sense of whether a man can protect you?
Yes.
And okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'm getting at. It looks like it does go around. Yeah. And I think women know that. Women know when a man can step up to the plate if he has to. Like,
but going back to our original topic of can men and women be friends, I absolutely agree with that. We've had a lovely 24 plus hours so far, and it's been a great overdue visit. Absolutely.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And you know what's interesting is some people say it's the journey, not the destination. Well, for this trip, it was the destination because I was so looking forward to seeing her. And what happens is when you create nice memories with your friends, that's something that no one can ever take from you. Your house can burn down, your car can blow up, but no one can take your memories. That's why memories are so important, and that's why it's important to purposely create good memories for people. I mean, when I go back to Philly today, I want the memory of this weekend to be sweet in her mind. I want her to think that was a nice, I don't want her to think like, gee, I hope he doesn't come back for another 5 years. And the key is to not wear out your welcome, for a man to be a gentleman. Friendships last is because of people's hearts, because over long periods of time, people reveal their true hearts to you. And that's real important, is that you kind of look at people over a long period of time. Don't make judgments on, like, everybody has a bad day, everybody has a bad week, everybody can have a bad month. I mean, like, after my divorce, God forbid, like, anyone that I met right after my divorce, I don't want to say I feel sorry for them, but it wasn't the true me. They were looking at a discombobulated me, and sometimes it takes time to settle down before the real you starts showing. And amongst my group of friends, those of us who have been divorced, we've all come to each other's aid during that time of discombobulation and support one another. And sometimes years would go by before you would see somebody, but obviously you just pick up almost immediately. So altogether, this walk is gonna, let's see, we probably walked a good, I'm guessing 2.5 miles to get here. It looks like this is a loop, so we're gonna head back. So it's gonna end up being a 5-mile walk, which means I definitely worked off the big pasta dinner last night and the lunch today. But rather than submitting to the urge to take a nap, which I grew up with that if you're Italian, you have your dinner and on Sunday afternoon you take your nap. And if you overcome that urge to nap and get out and walk a little bit, you can burn all that off and be healthy and really and do a good thing for yourself. All right, folks, so final word, we're going to wrap this up. Final word is, with the right motivations, and if those motivations are received correctly, men and women can be friends. And let me put it this way. You remember, does anyone remember that there was a group called Shai, S-H-A-I, from the late 80s, early 90s, and they had a song called If I Ever Fall in Love Again, and some of the words were, if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. And one of the things that I think, when you look back, now I've been divorced for many, many years, I think I got married, I think I got married to get married. I don't know. It's hindsight is 20/20. But let me put it this way. So many people that I talk to say after their divorce that their spouse wasn't a friend. And I mean, can you think of a better way to, if you are moving in the direction of marriage, not to look for a spouse? Hindsight does give you some wisdom. Rather than, for you young people, the young men and women watching this, would it be a better technique not to look for a spouse, but to look for a friend?
Absolutely.
Because when shit hits the fan,
you want your best friend.
The best friend.
You really want your best friend.
So, men, be a gentleman. Don't sweep them off their feet.
Just be a friend. Don't look for sex. Just be a friend.
That's it. And if love ever grows out of it, guess what the benefit is?
Friends.
You're marrying a friend. So when shit hits the fan in the marriage, guess what you rely on? you know, when things aren't like really passionate and romantic and like you hate each other, you're still friends. And that is, I think, the foundation of anything that's lasting. Of course, I'm saying that in hindsight.
Exactly. Live and learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Older and wiser.
Do you agree with that?
Older and wiser, absolutely.
Yeah. Alrighty, buddy. Thanks for joining today, whenever you're watching, and wherever you're watching from. Signing out from Central Pennsylvania, it's George
And Jody.
See you, folks.